What's up everyone, Doyler here, and I am finally back with another news, updates, spoilers, and CD key exchange code video. I apologize for this coming out so late on Tuesday, but I was very busy this weekend and I just got caught up on everything else. So, for starters, we've got another new CD key. So, this one looks like it is going to be live until 27 August, so please get it in and get your awards. So this is Love77, Love77. As you can see, I have not gotten it on my main yet, but it will give you 16 wishing coins and 277 gems. I highly recommend you get this if you plan on doing a bunch of loops in that wishing fountain event. Next up, I'm going to cover the events for next week. Again, most of these are in-game, but I still want to cover these and give you my thoughts and ideas. So first up, we have Imp's Adventure. This is going to be your standard Imps event. Spin your dice, win your prizes, hopefully get some good RNG and get those all the way up to those puppet and selection chests. I will include a link to the simulator that I use in the description, so definitely use that during the event, as well as a link to the strategy guide, which is fairly simple, but it'll just cover what you should be doing and how you should be using, especially your lucky dice. Next up, another Grey Dwarf's Blessing. This is going to be the same as always. 5-star gear plus some golden gems gives you 6-star gear. 6-star gear plus some golden gems give you that class-specific armor. If you are early game, I definitely recommend at least pushing for that 6-star gear. As if you watch my video on how big of an improvement 6-star gear is, it's huge, as well as getting that class armor for all of the new heroes you're trying to push for Guild Wars, as well as IDA. We also have the standard Imps Adventure package. I'm guessing this will be the $50 pack that's the same as usual, as well as the normal value packages, $170, $30, and $10. Finally, we've got the Shelter mission, and I'm going to jump into that now for what heroes we will be getting. But this is the Shelter mission to do if you can do any of them. Make sure you get all of those non-light and dark heroes, as they will give you extra dice for that Imps Adventure. So with all of that said, let's jump into a few more of the spoilers, as well as a little bit of the new Void Gate functionality. So, like I said, the CD key code is Love77. I just wanted to include the image from DH Games, and as you can see, it looks like this one is going to expire at midnight on the 27th of August, so please be sure to use this and get those gems and wishing coins. Next up, we have a few more free items. This is the non-translated image, but as you can see, we are going to get some super wishing coins, 5-star hero shards, and gems. But as you can see in the English version, if you log in on the 25th of August via mail, you will get those 500 gems, 50 heroic 5-star heroic shards, and 5 super wishing coins. So definitely a great free prize. So be sure to log in and claim that via your daily mail. Finally, like I said, we did get a spoiler for the Shelter event. The heroes are going to be Horus for Shadow, Cruz for Abyss, Faithblade for Light, Sleepless for Dark, Xia for Fortress, and Valk for Forest. Now, none of these are super exciting, although Horus is really nice if you're planning on building him as one of your early E5 heroes, and Xia is really helpful for the upcoming Void and SpaceTime Xia event, events and ongoing changes. That said, you are still going to want to get all 4 of the non-light dark heroes, as I mentioned before, as they are going to come with those free Imps Adventure dice. So definitely make sure you get those if at all possible. That's going to be it for next week's updates and spoilers. So let's jump into some of the Void Gate functionality and changes. I'm not going to cover all of it. There are so many better spoilers and videos. I'm going to include a ton of links in the description, especially to all of Jimmy Bay's great videos actually showing off this functionality. Please check those out. I don't have the ability to get my hands on this gameplay yet, so definitely check that out just to get an idea of what is coming down the pipe. Finally, like I said, I did briefly want to cover some of the Void Gate, SpaceTime Xia, etc. changes. I will include a ton of video links in the description, so please check those out to actually see this content in action. I did just want to give a too long didn't watch summary for all of them. So first up, the SpaceTime Compass. This is going to be where you use those SpaceTime cores to summon 5-star heroes as well as try and get SpaceTime hearts. This is going to work similarly to the summoning circle, only the odds of getting 5-star heroes are higher as you cannot get those 4-star heroes. You can also increase the odds of getting a specified normal hero as well as a light dark hero. This will double the odds, so if you're going for specific heroes, it is nice to set them in these little side altars that will be displayed. We will be able to purchase SpaceTime cores from the market as well as value packs. They are going to be 1,500 gems each from the market. So at current estimates, it is going to take between 260 and 350,000 gems on average to get one of these SpaceTime hearts, to get Xia, etc. The heart itself is a fixed probability of 1 for every 300 cores consumed, so that's where that math comes from, instead of the old 0.2% in incremental games. So my math is going to be wrong. With the new fixed probability, it should actually only take, actually, now it's going to take always 450,000 gems. So this is higher, unfortunately, but it is a set amount. We do know when we are going to get those SpaceTime hearts. We will get a certain amount of SpaceTime crystals for every SpaceTime core spent, and these are going to be used in other areas of the Void Gate. And finally, if anyone has already done the summons on TapTap, there'll be some compensation for all of the changes. Not really something you need to worry about if you're on Android or iOS. Next up, we have that Evolution Cube. This is where we're going to be able to convert an original hero to a SpaceTime hero by using 1 SpaceTime heart or 5 million SpaceTime crystals. So like I said, that heart is going to cost 450,000 gems on average. And I don't really know how many of these SpaceTime crystals we're going to get, but we'll see. Maybe that will be an easier path to it. And the SpaceTime crystals can also be obtained from that Door of Foreign Lands, which is the new PvE mode that I'm going to cover in a second. So to E5 the SpaceTime hero, we're going to need 1 SpaceTime copy and 8 original copies. So we don't need to get a ton of SpaceTime Xias. You just need the 1 copy and then 8 regular copies of Xia. So that will make life a little easier, but it's still going to be pricey. But start saving your Xia copies as well as anyone else we find out about down the road. Next up is that Door of Foreign Lands. This is going to be the new PvE mode. That's sort of an Aspen Dungeon Tower of Oblivion combination. There's going to be 5 layers of maps with different areas, and once you complete all of the areas, you'll complete the map. The difficulty and reward level is going to be adjusted by void erosion. That's going to be that feature in the bottom left corner in some of Jimmy's videos. And once you complete the layer of the map, you can smash it to get the rewards, very similar to Aspen Dungeon. And the rewards are going to include more SpaceTime crystals, some Idol Blessing, which I'm not sure what they are for yet, and SpaceTime Hero Shards. So if this is a way to summon those Void heroes, that could make life a little bit easier as well. Finally, the Temple of Nothingness is a new feature that basically gives you credit for completing portions of the game you may have neglected in the past. So for every milestone in Aspen Dungeon you clear, it's going to increase the level cap of your E5 heroes in every functionality of the game, up to plus 20 levels if you are able to clear Death 100. No one has done that yet, but if you've reached Death 1, you are going to be able to get plus 15 levels on all of your E5 heroes, so be prepared to spend a ton of golden dust, but get some even stronger heroes to work towards, well, Death 100, among other things. For clearing Broken Spaces 7, well, all of the Broken Spaces, but once you clear 7, you get the highest reward, and this is going to increase the resources you gain from that Door of Foreign Lands. For reaching certain milestones in the campaign, it will increase the golden spirit you gain from the actual campaign itself. So this is going to help out especially the later game players with higher rewards to level up their E5 heroes even further and so on. Seal Land, for each Seal Land 20 that you clear, you will get plus damage against those factions in the Door of Foreign Lands. So completing 4 Seal Land 20 will give you bonus damage against forest enemies and so on. So I'm really glad that I've been pushing the Seal Land on my main account, as it will be valuable to clear more than just Dark 20 and Fortress 20 and so on. And finally, the Tower of Oblivion, you will get increased hit points on your heroes in the Door of Foreign Lands with certain milestones in the tower. Finally, the Sacred Monument of Heroes is the last new functionality that I want to touch on. This is going to be for players in all servers to basically get an overall power ranking. It's going to be a little different from having to scroll through IDA or other things like that. See how you really stack up for your total power ranking against other players. So for every 10-star hero, you're going to get 10 points. For every E1, you'll get 15. E2 is 20. E3 is 30. E4 is 40. And E5 is 50 points. And it will show you the rankings of the top 100 players. And if you are in 101 through 10,000, you can see your own ranking. This will just be a really cool way to see how you stack up against some of the whalier players or players with more depth. That said, based on these statistics, it's probably easier to farm up a ton of 10-star heroes, as to go from E2 to E3 requires a 10-star hero. Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter which ones you stop at, because E2 to E3 is going to require a 10-star hero, but it only gives you 10 more points of Sacred Monument points. So it doesn't matter. There's no real way to farm this other than having hero depth at 10-star or higher. It should be a cool mode. Curious to see how I stack up, but I'm guessing it won't be that high. So I know this one ran a little bit long, but that's going to be it for this week's events, new CD keys, spoilers, and so on. Please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons if you like the content. I'm hoping to come out with even more soon, but that's it for me, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.